Alright guys, so I'm gonna make another video on the Dragonshields and how to put them in your cards. That's always important, so I'm gonna instruct you. First things first, putting on my phone and my lanyard, and zoom out a tad bit. There we go. So that's how I'm really holding my phone, is through this lanyard thing. I'm kind of holding it all in place. That's my Emerald Cool playmat, Dragonshields. And normally you open them from the back. Literally, they just have this little seal. Nothing too crazy. And you just remove it. Check that out. Now, on the back of the instructions, it's a little weird at first when you look at it, because you're like, man, like, how does this thing work, you know? It turns out the packaging, the seal itself for the cards, you have to put the cards in a certain way. So I'm going to show that to you right now. So I'm going to grab one little tiny sleeve. That looks just like the sleeve right there. And what you'll notice is there's a little pocket just below it. Alright, so if the pocket isn't facing this way, facing you essentially, you're not going to be able to put these cards in properly. So then once you got the back end pocket facing you, grab your card. So we'll start off with our Warping Whale, right? You flip it over and have the front of the card, basically you want the back of the card facing you, you want the front of the card facing the other way. You slowly slide it underneath the pocket. Push it up. And then right when you get to this point here, this little junction, you want to slowly flip this end and slide it into the pocket. And it's tricky because sometimes it's very transparent, so it's hard to know if you get it in the pocket or not, but you'll know once you kind of get it in there. And you can see it's pretty much in there. And you just gently push up. Just keep doing that very gently, because sometimes it can crease if you push too hard right away on the bottom. So just try to push it up gently on the top as much as you can. Basically just put pressure, slide it upwards like you're trying to push that flip or that flippy side on it, you know, going in. I don't know if I said that correctly. And then right here, another method I recommend is you gently slide your finger inside the pocket and you're just going to push up. Not a lot of pressure, just gently push it up until it's all the way in. Hold the end, pull your finger out, and boom. You got your Dragon Shield on. And you can tell there's a slight little, not a major one, but it's a slight little crease on the inside. However, once you get it all the way in, that card is perfectly sealed. I mean, not in the sense that it's sealed completely off, but most of the humidity in the air will not enter this card. Usually it keeps it really well protected. In the past, when I used to play Magic the Gathering, when these particular sleeves, before these sleeves came out, I used to rock Dragonshields, and now that they came out with these new sleeves, I mean, this is amazing. And sometimes by mistake, you know, people may spill water or liquid on your card, and you don't want it to get completely soaked or wet. For the most part, this will protect it. I've never really tested it, never really dropped in the water, but what's interesting is if you go onto Talarian Academy on YouTube, he's a really popular, famous YouTuber. He's the one that kind of mentioned about this product. That's where I found my interest in it even more, because I was doing research, and he did a test in one of his videos where he just dumped the cards in, and for the most part, it actually didn't get wet, which was amazing. He actually dunked it completely in the water, which is phenomenal. And if you live in Florida, pretty much, yeah, that's a lot of humidity in the air, so this will protect it. But that's pretty much it, guys. That's how you stick your Dragon Shield or your cards in the Dragon Shield. I'll demonstrate it one more time. Here I am going to pull it out of the pack. You gotta be careful with this because you might accidentally pull more than one, and that's fine. I'm an expert. I've been doing this for a little bit longer than most people, so I kind of get a feel for these sleeves and know how to work. Always be careful not to bend the flap at the end. That's important. Like if it sticks out in the package, do the best you can to kind of slide it back in, so that way all of it's inside the seal, and then you just seal it right back on. And then, again, the pocket's back here. We're going to grab our Expedition, flip it over, back end facing us, and slightly, gently guide it inside. Be very careful, because even then these cards you can easily nick on the ends of the plastic, so you want to be very cautious about that. And you gotta slide it up a little bit. Sometimes it's easier just to kind of hold the cards at the end like this, and you kind of gently push down, and then the rest of your finger will kind of guide in, and you just push all the way in. Again, not a lot of force or pressure, and that's it. And you just kind of smooth it out. What I'll do is I'm gonna put it in this binder eventually. It's nice, beautiful binder by Ultra Pro, and it's a purple one. These are like limited edition ones, but I found them on eBay, honestly, and this is actually awesome. Anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the tutorial on the Dragon Shield. Definitely give it a thumbs up and share with your friends, I guess, if you want to. And to be honest with you, I never mentioned the pricing on these things. It all varies, but for the most part here in the US, you can find them on eBay for roughly $7.99. And I got these two cards, so these two sleeves. I purchased 2 sleeves, not one, but 2 sleeves. And each pack comes with 100 sleeves, so that's cool, that's great. So that's awesome, and it even says right there 100 count. I picked both of them up for only $16, which is a pretty good deal. And if you go to the Dragonshield website, they normally charge like $10, maybe a little bit more. Anyways, so hopefully whenever we get back, I'm going to finish off sleeving these cards, and then I guess a little preview of what we are about to come. 2 commander decks right now that are popping in the market. Of course, if you guys are a Game Workshop fan, you guys know I'm referencing to Warhammer. Little preview. I actually picked up the promo Fabricate, and yeah, it's also foiled as well. I'm gonna take this one out, but look at that, that's awesome. Granted, it's just a reprint, of course, but it's a reprint of a Warhammer set, or the Commander set, so this is awesome. And again, I picked this up on eBay. Pretty good stuff. Anyways, enjoy, guys.